Hi.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a first-year freshman at Utah Valley University. I'm currently pursuing the business management degree. I've had a few experiences throughout my life that have made me become a very hard worker, very persistent, and I don't really give up too easily. And I'm really just looking for a good business job that I can get a good, nice experience in with the business management field.
Okay, great. Let me ask you a few questions.
Awesome.
Okay, what was the most useful criticism you ever received from an immediate supervisor? And how did you embrace this feedback and achieve a positive outcome?
Yeah. So an experience that comes to mind is I had a supervisor that was teaching me how to become better at sales pitching and things like that, presenting my presentation. And so, he was acting as a customer, and I gave him my pitch, my presentation, and he was gonna later give me feedback. And so I went through it all. He gave me feedback. As soon as he was giving me advice on what I did well and where I could improve, I was writing down just everything that he was giving me. I was trying to soak up everything he was teaching me. And then I applied that, I put that into practice. And when I did, the later appointments that I had when I was giving my presentation, it went way smoother than the ones before. So, I love it when my supervisors give me advice, and I'm always looking to learn from them.
Okay, great. What do you feel you have to offer above the average employee when it comes to accomplishing your daily responsibilities and goals? And can you share a specific example?
Yeah. So I believe that I have a lot to offer above the average employee when it comes to this regard. Not only do I do what the average employee does, but I go above and beyond. I got this from when I served my mission in Houston. I served a 2-year mission for my church. And what happens is we really focus on goal setting as a missionary. You set daily goals with personal development as well as with your companion, your partner, weekly goals and monthly goals. And so I really developed the art of goal setting, making plans, and achieving daily responsibilities. And I believe that this will help me throughout my life. I have applied it after my mission, but I believe it will help me in school, in careers with this company where I will set goals and I will seek to achieve them, and I will be extraordinary at it, not just average.
Great. Okay, every sales organization subscribes to a certain sales model. Describe for me your most recent sales model, and what do you feel is the most important step in the sales model and the least important?
Yeah, so the most recent sales model that I attended to was more of an outbound based sales model. So kind of own efforts type thing where you go knock doors, or you make cold calls, or you just ask for referrals from individuals. This was kind of the outbound sales model that I attended to. To me, I think the most important aspect of this type of sales is building a rapport at the very beginning when first meeting a customer, and just making them feel comfortable, making them feel like you care about them, and just building that connection between the two, because I believe that will lead to more sales down the line. The least important, I would say, is the connection between the customer and the rest of the company. In this type of sales, I feel like all the customer needs is a connection between you and them, because I'm going to be the face for the company for that customer, and so they don't need a whole lot of connection or contact with anyone else.
Okay, great. Describe a time when you elevated the level of value you brought to a customer over time, and how did you accomplish this?
Yeah, so I used to work for this company where they sold different packages, and these packages contained different amounts of quantity of the product, which led to a different amount of pricing. And with a particular customer one that comes to mind is, they were kind of on the fence of what to do, if to buy or not. What I could have done was I could have sought for my own desires and tried to raise my own commission by really selling the higher product. But I wanted the best for this customer, so I gave them the best fit, the package that best fit them, and they walked away happy. And the positive feedback that came from that was I was able to get, more of a better review from them, potential future sales, future business from them, and then more referrals. So
Great. Tell me about a professional sales achievement you are most proud of, and outline the steps you took to achieve this.
yeah. So I'm kind of newer to sales and to business, so I don't have a whole lot of like big, massive achievements or awards. But one that does come to my mind is my very first sell. To me, that was a big achievement. I was really happy, really excited. What led to that was a few steps. One, I had to be confident in the product. I had to truly believe in it. I had to be confident when I was approaching new customers, and then giving my presentation. Had to be confident in there. But not only confidence, I had to have the information that they were looking for. I had to answer questions smoothly, act like I knew what I was talking about. And so the information and the confidence combined was what led to the customer ultimately going with the product.
Can you recall a time when you were less than pleased with your performance? What did you do about it?
Yeah, so one that comes to my mind is with sports. I play a lot of sports, and I remember particularly in high school I was playing a basketball game, and at the end of the game I didn't perform the way that I'd like to. It wasn't really below average. It was actually the worst performance that I ever had. And so what I decided to do is I decided to get straight to work. I evaluated where I went wrong. I watched film on myself, and then I practiced those things. I just got straight to work, and these things I will apply throughout my life. Just especially in my career in this company, is I will evaluate if I ever have a below average performance. I'll evaluate where I went wrong, and then always seek to practice and improve and be better.
Thank you. Describe your level of competitiveness. Tell me about a specific situation where your competitiveness helped you achieve better results than your peers.
Yeah, I'm a pretty competitive person. Like, I like to win, I want to win, and I just really enjoy the fact of performing well. And so, but I'm not really a competitive person against anyone else. I don't really like to compare myself to anyone else's results. I compare myself to my past results. And so I like to just do better than I was yesterday. And that competition is really against myself. And one particular example that comes to my mind is when I played high school golf. In my freshman year, I wasn't the best golfer. I was probably one of the worst on the team. But, golf is an individual sport, so you really focus on your own game, not how well you're doing against someone else. And so throughout my high school time playing golf, I would really just try to improve my own score, and I would really focus on comparing myself to myself. And which was ironic because in the end, my scores and my performance was actually better than my peers. So when I focus on competing against myself, I in turn am getting better than my peers.
Great. Think of an example when one of your customers was not pleased with something you or your team did. What was the situation and how did you recover?
Yeah. So one particular experience that comes to my mind is when I was working for this company, this customer came storming in because they were not pleased with the outcome of the product that we had sold them. They were yelling at us, and they were not happy. I was really new to that company, so I didn't really know how to respond, but I let my team confront this customer, and they were able to give her a refund. They were able to, give her just positive energy. They were just trying to being nice to her. And, although she wasn't happy with the product at that time, she was able to walk away, and we were able to walk away with a comfort knowing that we really cared for her, like we wanted her business, and she knew that. And so I think that was a really positive outcome of a negative situation.
Okay. Give an example of a time when you successfully persuaded your peers to change their minds and follow your recommendations. What was the specific situation and results?
Yeah. So another experience back in high school, I was in an engineering class, and we were in a group project trying to figure out how to make a rocket blast as high as it can on a particular day of launch. And so we were doing equations, figuring out how to make this rocket blast, and we were going to move forward with a specific equation. But I found something that I thought might be better, an equation that I thought might increase the rocket's potential. And so after evaluation of this rocket and of the equation and doing a couple of tests, we decided to go with my proposal. And so we went through with it. Day of launch, it actually did really well. The outcome was positive. It didn't quite reach the potential that we all had expected, but it was one of the best, one of the highest launches out of all the rockets that day. So we were pleased with the outcome.
And Brooks, last, tell me about a time when you identified a new, unusual, or different approach for addressing a problem or task, and how did you come to the solution? What was the outcome?
Okay. So one that comes to my mind is I'm used to selling by myself, going out doing individual type sales. But one time this company asked me to go out on appointments with a coworker. And so we were to, double tag team the appointments. And it was a new experience for me and this colleague. So what we did in order to achieve the best outcome and the best performance was we rehearsed our pitch and our presentation together several times so that we could make it the best as possible. And we didn't have, the first few appointments were a little shaky. We were still trying to get used to each other. But after more and more times we were presenting, we got way better. And the outcomes were actually way better with two people rather than just one. So that was really awesome to see, and it's something that I'm looking forward to doing in the future, is working with another partner to make some sales. So,
thank you. So, do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I do. One question that I had for you in this company is, what kind of sales model does your company attend to?
We do inbound sales.
Inbound sales.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Once again, I'm really interested in applying for this job in this company. I really feel that my hardworking skills and the experience that I have in selling will be a great benefit to this company.
Thank you, Brooks.
Awesome. Thank you.